Hi guys, and it's still morning time and I have to eat breakfast. So I'm gonna show you how to make a very simple breakfast, but a really good one. Okay, I'm going to use large eggs, which I already use. I'm gonna have good pieces of wheat bread, whole grain. Always use real butter, please. Don't use that tub thing. Use the real thing. It burns off fat. Chemicals are never good for you. Use the real thing, real butter. I have 2 small tomatoes, my favorite kind. You know I grow. You know, I just picked the last ones off. I have a few more. 1 onion and 2 small potatoes. You should have 1. But this is a single meal for 1 person. And we're going to use sausage. So let's start on our sausage first. All right, I'm going to turn on the stove. Forget that. And while that's heating up, I'm going to take 2 of my sausages. I'm going to take my scissors and I'm going to take that icky stuff off of it. Most people leave it on. My suggestion to you, take it off. It's disgusting. There you go, real packaged sausage. There you go, it's already packaged. Take it off. And we're just going to cut the skin off really nicely. I'm just going to peel it off really nicely. And the meat should never fall off of it if you're cutting just straight through it. Pack it back in. You want a nice sausage, just roll it around and you're good. You can roll it on your cutting board. Roll that out again. There we go. Just gonna roll them out so you have 2 nice sizes for yourself. And always remember, when you're cooking for yourself, think of medium-sized food, not a large plate. Because when you think like that, you'll have a healthy sized plate. All right, now I'm just gonna take them and I'm going to put them in to my frying pan. I'm going to throw that away. I'm going to put this down here. I'm going to wash my hands now. Now I can be free to touch anything, which is cool. I'm going to turn this down some so it doesn't pop all over the place. I'm just going to grab a wooden spoon. I'm just going to turn it, let it cook. There we go. You see how the sausage still does not fall apart, which is great. So, hey now, somehow now, Monteys style. I'm gonna turn it again, you see? Look at that. You're gonna turn the other one again. On the raw part. Get that cooking. Isn't that nice? You're going to take one of these, put that on top of it. I'm gonna switch it over to another eye. I'm gonna put that down low. Well, I'm gonna have to put it back on this eye and let that cook. See how nice and brown they are? And what you're gonna do is just let this cook. Leave that in there. You're gonna leave it on that temperature. Okay. Now we're gonna come over here. And I already have some potatoes already sliced up. Let me turn this heat down on the sausage. There we go. That's nice. So all you want to do is take 2 small potatoes and you just want to slice them, just like that. Nice and thin. If you like a lot of potatoes, this is what you should be doing. Nice and thin. Because 2 small potatoes add up to 1 large potato. So, and these are red potatoes. Always buy red potatoes because they cook faster and they're more healthier for you. And leave the skin on them. Just like you're at the diner. Or Denny's. Shout out to Denny's. So I try not to waste a lot of time and dirty a lot of things. So now we're going to do our onion. Oh, we got those onion skin. Throw that away. And with the onion, you just cut that like that. And here's the trick, guys. If your eyes are watering, stick out your tongue. Just like that, and your eyes will stop watering. It's a trick I learned from my mother. And it actually works. See, my eyes are not watering. But these onions are not that bad because you can always tell a bad onion if they've been sitting a long time. That means that they're pretty old and they've been shipping them from state to state or from country to country. So if they're really bad, like your eyes are starting to water really bad, you know those onions are old. All right, so let's check on our sausage again. Look that up. Look at that sausage. Oh, wow. That's a nice sausage. So now we're just gonna top it back on. We're gonna turn it down to like really low. Let that cook. And we're gonna start our potatoes inside of a little olive oil. But let's get our seasoning out. I'm gonna use Italian seasoning and whoa, just a little bit of sea salt. How about some pepper? So I have the pepper out, I have the sea salt out, I have the 5th seasons. All you're gonna do is sprinkle on. That's all. You don't need a lot. I'm gonna take a handful of sea salt, sprinkle that on. You don't need a lot. Then I'm just gonna add pepper. That's it. So while my pan is heating, I'm gonna take my very good bread, which is Arnold's. We love Arnold's. I'm just gonna put it inside of the toaster, get it ready. Scrape everything over, make sure everything has a mixture of something. And I'm just gonna take it, and this is why you buy these cutting boards. Watch, look at this. Fold and dump. That easy. Then stick it inside of the sink. I just need one more because I want to cut my tomatoes, save me some time. While that's heating up over there, and I'm going to slice them, and these are small tomatoes. These are some of my last ones because it's the end of October. Actually, I think it's the first week of November. I'm sorry, it's the first week of November. Halloween was 3 days ago, so yeah. So now that that's cooking, just want to saute that, get that going. And while that's going, we want to clean up our mess. I'm going to use a little bit more Italian seasoning. A little more sea salt. A little more pepper. I'm gonna check my sausage now. Look at that, that looks incredible. And see how I rolled them out to make them nice and long? Look at that. That's great. I'm gonna cover them one more time to make sure that they're done. And I am making an old-fashioned southern meal here. So now that that's cooking away, I'm going to grab a top. I'm going to cover that for a few minutes. That top doesn't fit. I don't care. Because it's my house. And I'm gonna get another little cutting board out. And these cutting boards never take up a lot of space. So, that one's broken. I need a better one than that. Here we go. A great one. So now I'm gonna take my sausage out and see how it's doing. Take one out. I'm gonna grab my knife and I'm just gonna split it down the middle. Not a lot. Still a little pink in there. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to slightly open it, grab it, place it back in there. I'm going to grab the other one and check that one out. Turn it back on. Turn it down to like a 3. Well, a 1.5. And I'm going to slice this one open too. Let's see how this one is. Actually, that's a little better. Still a little pink inside, so I'm going to place it back into the pot. See that? That's it. I'm just going to grab it, place it back in the pot, and I'm just going to leave it because about the time my potatoes are done, look at that, that looks good, right? And let me show you how fast, ooh, that red tomato cooks. Look at that. Tender. Tender. That's good. But you have to watch them because they can burn too. Lower this flame some. Then I will show you again because it's my food. Look at that. That's a cooked potato. Really good. And you don't want them too soft, but you don't want them too hard either. You want them sort of like more than al dente. So now that that's almost done, nope, no toast. I'm forgetting something. My eggs, I'm gonna get them ready. So I'm going to get my pan out. I'm gonna put this to the side. Now I usually make a good fried egg in my cast iron frying pan. I think that's the best way to make a fried egg. Fried eggs are not good for you, but you're supposed to have what you want if you're craving something. And that's what I do. I'm craving a good breakfast, so I'm going to have one. I'm going to put about 2, maybe 3 things of butter. And let that melt. Now when I was a kid, it was awful. I used to get in trouble because I used to open this up like this and sit at the refrigerator and just eat it. I think it was the salt content, I don't know. But now I'm not a big butter thing, but I used to eat that just like that. But I still do eat onions like apples because I still like them like that too. I know it's pretty gross, right? You do a lot as a kid. So. As that's melting down, I'm going to check my potatoes. And the onions and everything looks fabulous. I have to be greedy again and pick one out. Yum. Those are ready. I am starving, wow. So I'm gonna cut that off and let that cook on its own. As you see, I'm using the same spoon for the potatoes and melting the eggs because it's not gonna make any difference because they're still in a clean spot. And my house, my rule. But if you wanna cook really good and so you don't wanna make a mess, you can always use 1 spoon, okay? You know those other shows, they want you to do this, to that. They would want you to spend money. I don't. Buy yourself a good pair of wooden spoons from your local shopping center, Walmart, Kmart, because a full pack comes with at least 5 to 7 for $2. Or go to your local dollar store and for, I think, 5 is just $1. Okay? So, now that that's heated up, we're going to get our eggs done. Turn that down, I don't want to burn them. Aha. Here's one. Grab my tissue, open up my garbage can. I don't like to leave my eggs in. And, haha. There's two. They're not touching each other. Great. Love that. And while that's cooking, I'm gonna put my eggs away. I'm gonna get my half and half out for my coffee. Should always be trying to save time. So now I'm gonna get my little, I'm gonna see how these are doing. Not too bad. Not too bad. While that's cooking, I'm gonna get a plate out. And now I'm going to start my toast. Look at that, baby. And I just flipped mine. I like mine to have a little brown. There we go. And what I usually do, I just cut the stove off. And my potatoes are done. And what I usually do is that I just grab my stuff and I just put it right on my plate. You don't want the grease in your plate, so that's why I'm tilting and pushing the food up. So that's it. Now I'm going to get my egg, scoop it up. I'm going to put that right on top. Get my other egg and scoop it up. I'm going to put that right on top. Now I'm just going to get my sausage and I put that right on the side. I'm going to get my sausage, put it right on the side. So those are done. And I'm going to make sure everything is off. Yeah, I'm a picker. And I'm going to take my spoon, put it over here. And what I like to do is I like to slice some tomatoes because they're healthy for you too. Add a little healthiness in this meal. That sounds funny, right? And I just place them on the side. I need them. And then to have a full meal, I put myself some peaches on the side. There we go. And here's the best thing. This is a real Southern cook. And I'm not even from the South. The butter from the pan, very easy. Leave it in there like that. And you take both of them right on the stove and you cut, because this is a cast iron, there you go. You cut it right in the pan. You can actually use this for later. The pan shouldn't be that hot. And there you go, look at that piece. Doesn't that look great? That's good. I have my fork. This toast is so good. The note, the wheat with all right, guys. I'm just sitting here enjoying my meal. And a good cup of coffee too. So, hey now, somehow now, we just made a great breakfast. I don't want to talk anymore. Twitter me, Facebook me, Monteys at Monteys.style me. I gotta go. This is food. I'm hungry and I gotta eat. All right, hey now, somehow now. All right, and you crew can go home because I made one plate and that's it. It's all mine. Bye.